Hello everyone and welcome back to Agent Nagash, which is a channel dedicated to Age of Sigmar. Now this video is just a massive thank you to you guys for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. So looking at it now, I'm technically just over 1,000 subscribers and I'm absolutely over the moon about this, guys. I can't even describe how happy I am. This is the best moment for the channel thus far, and it's really great to see. As I've mentioned several times, when I started the YouTube channel, I didn't expect the channel to get to this big, but here we are today. It's been an awesome, great journey with you guys. When I first started, Death was still a very unpopular army. Well, maybe not unpopular. People loved it. However, it didn't have much love from Games Workshop. And then after I started doing the channel and I made like all the videos for the sort of the armies of Death that really needed it, the shattered vampire counts as it was back then. And then as Death has become more popular, as the release of Legions of Nagash, and now the, well, there was the Nighthorn of course, and now the Flesh-Eater Courts, it's really started to build and grow. And more recently, how I've looked into different armies, it's been great to explore them as well. So it's been a lovely, you know, change and development for the channel ever since it was started. It's been going for over a year now, because I did, you know, like the sort of like it's been going for a year video month or so back, so it's just been going for over a year now. It's got to 1,000 subscribers in that time, which is unbelievable, guys. Absolutely amazing. Can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, that is so awesome to hear and see. And I do know that a lot of YouTuber channels sort of do like something, you know, big, or they do basically something when it gets to 1,000 subscribers. So I have a thing to see what I can do. I know quite a few of them do a giveaway. However, I have just done a giveaway, so just bear that in mind. You know, I do plan to do more giveaways in the future. However, for now I have just given away about 20 quid, so we'll have to see what happens later. And the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video, and this is a little bit more of a serious matter, but of course in a good way to support the channel, and that is something that has actually been suggested to me in the past by quite a few subscribers here and there, and things like Facebook and all those sorts of stuff. People have asked me if I've considered doing Patreon, and Patreon is something, just to give you guys aware of how new I am to Patreon. I've never been onto the website, I presume it's a website, let alone do anything else with it. And when people ask me if I'd be interested in setting up a Patreon to basically have ways to support the channel, I said no originally, just because my channel back then, it was, you know, it's small, it's, you know, under 1,000 subscribers. I'm just doing it, you know, just to try and make people see as much content as they can and try and make them enjoy it. However, now that I've got to 1,000 subscribers, I have thought about doing Patreon. I'm going to put it to you guys. If you guys would be interested in supporting my channel on Patreon. Now, I don't want this to sound like I'm begging. Of course I'm not. You don't have to support me whatsoever. Just by literally subscribing, liking the videos and commenting, that's all free for you to do. It massively supports me, as I've always said. However, Patreon for me would sort of be the next step forward, and the other alternative I have to Patreon is to put things like adverts and stuff on the channel, so, you know, advertisement and stuff. And this is something from day one I've been against, trying to put adverts on the channel. So I've had the option for quite a while, and I've always said no, I don't want to have advertisement throughout my channel videos, because you know, there's nothing, we don't like going onto YouTube, clicking on a video that we want to watch from start to finish, especially if it's like a 15-minute long video and there's like all these little orange dots along the timeline, which is another advert upon another advert, and it just gets very annoying and very boring. And if you're like me, if there's too many adverts in a video, I just go off the video because I can't be bothered with it, and that's the last thing I want from you guys. So it's an alternative to putting adverts on the videos. What I would be asking for, you know, some of you guys, you don't have to, but if you're interested, would be to support me on Patreon. And this is basically, there's several reasons why I'd like support on Patreon. And the first reason is just literally for the money to support the channel. And this can be things as in, some of you guys have noticed, the microphone I use for my videos is actually just a pretty cheap headset from Amazon. And there's sometimes static you can hear in the background. It's better than what my first half of my videos used to be, because that used to literally just be off my iPhone 6, which was terrible back then. So I sort of upgraded a little bit by getting a headset, but it's, compared to the microphones that some people use on, you know, channel sizes similar to mine, it is nothing there. And also there's other things like the way how I edit the videos is on the Photo app, I believe it's called, for Windows 10. So it's a completely free app. It's really sort of made for making basic videos, nothing too fancy. So it would be really, really cool to have a actual video maker app, if you like. I'd research to find out which ones are good. If you guys have got suggestions, that'd be fantastic to hear. So that covers what I currently do now and how that could help to support it. Other ways how basically funding and supporting the channel would help is there's things like when you see Battletome, reveals or unboxings and all those sorts of things from other channels, you often see it's like a camera, pointing down at a desk when they flick through the Battletome or do the unboxings. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm completely new to anything like that, so I don't even know what type of camera that is, what fixes down. Is it just a camera on sort of a stand that focuses down? I have no idea. You guys probably know more than me. But I thought that would be a really cool thing that I could start doing things like unboxings and all that, especially with Karen Empire, which I love so much. It would be a really, really cool thing to do. And the other thing as well, on top of all of this, which all the support could be great to help me, is also literally just being able to afford to get things like the army books, the battle tomes and stuff for the army archives I do. Because don't get me wrong, if there is for example, I am reviewing the Flesh Eater Courts now, and I'll soon be reviewing the Skaven afterwards, and those armies I collect, so I'm buying the battle tomes for those armies. However, when it's for armies that I don't collect, such as the Seraphon or the Sylvaneth or the Daughters of Cain or the Ever Chosen or the Blades of Khorne, and so on and so on and so on, I don't buy those battle tomes because I don't play those armies. But if I had support by funding, even wouldn't be enough funding to buy a battle tome outright, but just like a little bit of money to help towards that, that would mean that I could buy those books, so I could actually, when I do those armies for the archive, I could review them all honestly in the best way possible. And like I've always said to you guys, I do enjoy doing YouTube, and you do put in a lot of work, but you get such a good satisfaction out of it. However, it's I don't get any money from YouTube, so it can be quite hard sometimes to buy all the source materials like the books and all that sort of thing, especially if you spend quite a lot of time on the building the channel and things like that. And that comes into the other thing, just by giving support and stuff, it will basically, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I like to think I'm always honest to you, it gives me also more motivation towards spending more time on the channel. Like I've been doing lately, I've been doing videos every day to try and really, really get those, like armies out there and get as much content for armies onto YouTube. And at the moment, as I've always said to you guys, work is extremely busy with my job, and I'm not going to go into the politics of what I'm going to say. However, from next month onwards, when we get to the 28th of March, there is I'm from the UK, if you guys haven't noticed already. I live in Kent, and there is a Brexit is going to happen on the 28th of March, and I say it's going to happen. I mean, it might get pushed back, but who knows? I'm not going to go into the politics. However, in my current job role, so as I am a police officer, my job is going to get very, very busy. All leave is going to be cancelled until about the end of summer. Arrest days, about half of them have the potential of being cancelled. The shifts are going to be longer, so it's going to be really quite hard to get videos done. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, at the moment, if I end up working an average sort of 16-hour days, I'm going to get home, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not going to want to do YouTube, or I'm going to just want to chill, watch the TV for a little bit and go to bed. However, if I had some support coming from Patreon, it would give me more motivation to go, no wait, people are paying for this stuff, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do it and make sure these videos get uploaded to those people. So that is just another sort of my more honest reason why support for the channel would be great, especially for what's coming up with the job. So yes, that is why I'd really, really like support. And also, like I say, it bypasses the need for me to do adverts. I mean, like I said to you guys, from start, YouTubers, most YouTubers, especially the small channels like myself, we don't get paid on YouTube. So the amount of time we put in, and like I've always said, I enjoy building the YouTube and stuff, but the amount of time you can put into YouTube, and obviously, you don't get things back. And I don't want this to be, you know, like it's not going to be a job for me, that sort of thing. But it'd be really nice if I could have the you know, the support in the terms of funds and put it back into the channel, invest it back into the channel, because like I've stated to you guys a few things already, like so having one of those cameras to be able to do like unboxings, being able to buy battle tomes, getting basically a better microphone for you guys, and you know, a better video editor apart from things that are just free that I'm using at the moment. And also what would be cool is to have one of those videos for basically being able to record your screen. So when there is a Warhammer community article that's out, instead of me just reading it to you and putting up artwork for the article and all that sort of thing, I can actually just record the screen when I'm going through it. As I like to say to you guys, I read it for the first time, so when I do the video, so it'd be quite cool, you know, basically just scrolling down the article as I read it. That's what I think anyway. I know there are you know, trials you can do for like 30 days free, you know, to use this system that records your screen, but I just want to have something that I can use all the time, ideally. So that's something I'm going to put out to you guys. I honestly, I've been talking about this for a while now about Patreon. When I say this, I honestly don't want it to sound like begging. If no one wants to support me on Patreon, that's absolutely fine, but I'll put it out there, as I've got to 1,000 subscribers, and I thought it would be a good time to suggest the idea as to try and help the channel grow even further. And when I mean about growing, I don't, you know, obviously it's good for me when it grows, obviously, but I'm not doing it, you know, just for myself. I really, you know, like I say, would like the support there so I can, you know, give you guys basically better content, essentially. That's the main reason I'd like to do it. So like I said to you guys, I'm going to put that idea to you about Patreon. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you really don't like the idea, support me on Patreon, that's absolutely fine. Just please don't give me abuse in the comments and stuff, asking for money, as you know, I don't think anyone really wants to see that. And yeah guys, so like I said, give me your honest thoughts. And the other things I'd like to say with the channel, as I'm getting, you know, over 1,000 subscribers, like I keep on mentioning that because I'm super happy about it. I thank you guys enough. I think I've already covered that. But the other thing is, like, I'm still sort of feel like I'm quite new to, you know, like the YouTube technology, even though I've been doing videos for like a year now. But like, there's little customizations for the channel I haven't done. Like, well, for example, I only recently started doing playlists, and which I hope you guys watch and makes it easier to find the certain armies you're looking for. Also, you can let me know feedback for that. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And some other things, it's like my channel pictures, obviously, you know, Nagash sitting on his throne holding one of his many books of Nagash, and of course there's obviously the picture that's from the battle tome. And the problem with that is, you know, obviously with things like copyright and all that sort of thing, I don't really know if that's an issue or something. However, it would be quite nice if I had my own logo for the channel, but I am basically unsure how I would create such a logo, apart from trying to use, you know, Word and all those sorts of things to try and, you know, put A or N or something as the channel logo. But it'd be really interesting to hear from you guys, you know, how that could be achieved. If any of you guys are digital artists or anything like that, please let me know. And I've got a few ideas how I'd like to do my logo for the channel. So if you guys are like digital artists and stuff, please let me know, and I'd very much be interested in seeing what we could achieve. And obviously, you know, I'd pay you to do it and all that sort of thing. And that's another reason why, you know, funds and all that sort of thing would go to help towards the channel. And yeah, and also, you know, that little logo can go to the bottom screen of all the videos and all that, and just make it feel a bit more professional, really. It's what I would really like. So guys, I think that's all I want to really say in this video. So firstly, a massive thank you to all of you. If you joined me from the start of the channel, or if you join me later on, doesn't matter. Thank you so much for all your support in the subscribing, the liking and the comments. I can't thank you possibly enough. I hope you're enjoying the Flesh Eater Court series that we're currently on, and I hope you've enjoyed the previous videos as well. And like I said, I really want to hear your honest thoughts in the comments about the idea of Patreon. Like I said, it's something I'm going to put out to you guys. It's going to massively help the channel if I can get support on that, basically. It's like I say, just standard thing, buying equipment. Like I say, everything I used to basically create the channel, apart from buying the battle tome and stuff, all the systems that I try and use to create the videos are free, essentially, which means they're not the best, are they? So it'd be really nice to try and invest more into the channel. And like I say, guys, if I had, you know, all the money in the world, obviously, firstly, I'll be doing loads of subscriber giveaways to give away money to you guys, because I think you're awesome. But also, I'd be investing it into the channel myself. But obviously, you know, the money I get from work, and the being able to afford food and a roof over my head and a car to get to work, and all those sorts of things of life problems do get in the way. So, like, obviously, I'll say, like, I invest money into this anyway and a shitload of time. But it'd be really, really great to get funds from you guys. And, like I say, I'm not begging, but it would really, really do me a favour, especially how things are going to turn out in the future with the ability to be able to produce videos and really just put the time into them. But if I had the incentive to do it, beyond all the other things it will support the channel, it will definitely help encourage me to keep producing these videos. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave it there, I think. So like I've said, massive thank you for all the support you give me. The next step you could do is by supporting me on Patreon. I haven't even set up, I haven't even been on the website yet, so that's how new I am to it. But I just know that other channels do it. And with support, you know, honestly guys, it literally, like, obviously depending where you're from, $1 is amazing. You know, just like that. I know obviously everyone can't afford to do it, and that's absolutely fine. I don't want you to feel like you need to do it, and probably a lot of you won't do it anyway. But anything that could be spared will massively help towards the channel. Rest assured that all that, you know, all, if any, money will just go straight into the channel. It doesn't go towards me at all. It just goes straight to the channel, and really would help me make it feel just a little bit more professional than, you know, just starting the channel. And the next thing I want to say, so now we've talked about Patreon and all that, that's all to the side now, is I started this channel making it on videos on my phone, like I've already mentioned, that sort of thing. On it was old phone, didn't work. Used to always, I'd record like sometimes 2-hour videos and then it would crash and not save properly, even though it said it did save, and I'd have to start again. Very infuriating, but I did it nonetheless. And I just, you know, I literally do it sitting at my desk in my bedroom recording these videos as I'm doing right now. And when I first did it, I thought, you know, no one's going to watch this. However, I did get my first view, and then I got my first subscriber and my first like, first comment, and so on and so on and so on. And eventually, you know, a year later, I've got to, or just over a year later, I've got to, you know, just over 1,000 subscribers, which is something I've already said I never thought would be achievable. And, you know, being completely honest with you guys, I didn't think I was that good enough to get it. However, what I want to say to you guys, if you are, you know, obviously if you're watching this, you're Warhammer fans and you're particularly Age of Sigmar, and you think that your army doesn't get enough content, firstly, let me know and then I'll make some videos for it. And also, if you feel like there's a bit in YouTube that's sort of missing, this, you know, for Warhammer content, you feel like, you know, all the content on, you know, YouTube for Warhammer is great, but I would really like it if there were these videos made. That was exactly the same position that I was in when I was like, I'd really like there to be some death content on YouTube, but there wasn't really any when I started, so I started to do it myself. To you guys who are out there and you are thinking like, oh, you could maybe do some YouTube bit, I don't know, you don't think people would watch it or whatever, crack on, start your own channels. You can do it. You can do it for completely free by just recording it on your phone. I think I had the iMovie app on my old iPhone, which is completely free. I think it was already on the iPhone as like a standard app. I don't know if it is anymore. However, what I'm trying to say to you guys is you can start it for free, slowly build up in your free time, and it can really, really grow. And I know I'm saying this and I've got like, I say like around, you know, just over 1,000 subscribers, and it's absolutely minuscule compared to some of the massive channels out there. But I'm really just trying to give you guys some encouragement. Like if you want to start a YouTube channel, but you don't because you're, you know, worried that it won't be popular or anything like that, or you feel like you won't get any subscribers or any views or who would watch it, the only one stopping you doing it, unless obviously you live in a place with no electricity or no internet connectivity, which I presume is both, the only person stopping you doing it is yourself. I mean, honestly guys, you can do it. You can start off by not, you know, just literally investing time into it, and you can achieve it. So that's just like some friendly words of encouragement in case any of you guys are in a similar situation as me. You can do it, and you know, your channel can just continue to grow. And even if you feel like, I don't know, you're a dwarf player, let's say, and you're interested in, you know, Dispossessed, Fire Slayers and Carrion Overlords, and you feel like, oh, I want to do a channel and focus on all three of those things, absolutely crack on. When I started, I did a channel that focused on bloody Deadwalkers, which was an army of 3 units. I did Death Rattle, and you know, basically the other tiny death factions that are in the Grand Alliance of Death. And then luckily I did get a, you know, a massive you know, shall we say, a random event from Games Workshop by the Legion of Nagash battle that came out, would massively help me, not gonna lie about that. But you know, all these things were achievable, so that's just some friendly words of encouragement to you guys. So in this video, in summary, what I want to say to you guys is thank you very much for all your support you've given me. I can't thank you enough, as I always say that. Secondly, the Patreon. If you guys could literally consider it, as it would massively support the channel, I'd be incredibly grateful. If it's the tiniest you can donate, you know, being $1 or 50 cents or however it works on the Patreon, that'd be fantastic. I'm going to go onto the Patreon website to find out a bit more about it. That'd be great. Please let me know down in the comments. And also with that, it's things like, how I say, it massively helps me, because, you know, battle tomes aren't particularly cheap. What are they, like standing like £25 each? And if I'm buying them, and I will continue to buy them for all the new armies, it adds up being quite a lot of money. And I'm not asking for you guys, like I said earlier, to pay for, you know, how much a battle tome costs for me to like literally have to spend any money on it. But no, it's just nice to have some funds, you know, some support going towards the financial cost of the channel. Okay, and then thirdly, what I want to talk about is if you guys would like to start your own YouTube channel, honestly, go ahead and start it. The sooner you start it, the sooner your channel will grow from there. Also, if any of you guys have started a new channel lately about Age of Sigmar or Warhammer, or you are thinking about starting one and you're going to decide to do it, I will happily do a joint video with any of you guys. If you're going to start a YouTube channel, or if you have recently started one, I will happily do a video with any of you guys talking about Age of Sigmar, or if you're doing Warhammer and it's mainly 40k, I will do a video with you guys, and well, if it's 40k, I'll do my best to chat with you guys about it, as I know a fair bit about 40k. You know, I'm being quite modest there, but I will happily chat with you guys, support you guys, you know, put your videos onto my channel as well to try and get as many people to see them as possible, as I really want to not just, you know, get you guys to support my channel, but if you guys are thinking about doing your own channels, I will happily give you as much support as I can. Right, so on that note, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been quite a happy video for me to make. It's been talking about what's been achieved so far and what can be done through supporting the channel through Patreon, which I've already talked about enough, so I'm not going to go into it again, but it would be great if you could. So, yes, guys, I thank you very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please give a like, subscribe, and comment down below, as that does help me massively, and it is absolutely free for you to do so. And until next time, as always, remember, Nagash is all, and all is one in Nagash.